Okay, guys, I think we're going to start just with a icebreaker. So if you guys would, at your tables, talk about a time you injured yourself, whether you broke a bone or just talk about something that you experienced where you hurt yourself and it took a while to heal. So if you guys take some time, talk about your tables. Guys, I want to start out this morning and just ask you why you're here. I want you to think about that for a second. Why are you here this morning? If this isn't your first time, I want you to think back the first time you did come here. Why did you come? Why did you come to a breakfast at 7:30 in the morning with a bunch of guys you didn't know to talk about things that a lot of people don't talk about? For me, I can remember why I came a year and a half ago. And for me, it was a series of things that was happening in my life that got me here. I was struggling at my job. I was struggling with life. I had addictions to drugs. I was drinking all the time. I had relationships that were train wrecks. Nothing in my life seemed to be really working out. And I think the reason that I came is I was in pain. And I wanted that pain to go away. And I had a few friends that were already in here in this group, and they invited me to come out. So I came. And you guys, I look around here, and I've sat at these tables. I've talked with a lot of you guys. And I've listened to the pain that's going on in your life. I've heard stories of guys that are struggling with divorce, guys that are struggling with relationships, guys just struggling with things at work. Maybe you don't have a job right now. Maybe you're struggling just to make ends meet. I hear guys talk about pornography and lust. Guys talk about addictions to drugs, alcohol, sex. These things can be really painful things. And as I began to really think about this talk and this pain, I really began to recognize that there's something in this pain that I really want us to start to look at. That the things that are happening in our lives, the things that are causing us pain, that there's something behind that pain. And today I kind of want to unpack this idea that pain is actually, it's a gift from God. And what I mean by that is that God is using this pain right now as an invitation to meet Him. And as you think about this pain right now, guys, I want you to take a step back, and I want you not to focus so much on the things that I just mentioned, because I mentioned things in my life such as drugs and alcohol and broken relationships. I want to put those aside today, and I really want us to start talking about maybe that there's a problem underneath those symptoms, that maybe those are just symptoms of an underlying problem that God is trying to get us to meet Him at. And so for me, I came in and I wanted that pain to go away. I guess that's just maybe how we all are. For me, I can give you an example of that. I run on the trails, and a few months back, I rolled my ankle really bad. And as soon as I rolled it, I knew it was bad. And I'm already thinking about the races that are coming up, and I'm not really so much interested in the healing that needs to take place. I just want to get on with what I want to do. And isn't that so much of the pain that we're in right now? I mean, don't we want to just get out of it? Don't we want to just get back to things being normal again? Don't we want these things that are happening in our lives just to be taken care of? Isn't God supposed to do that for us? See, because I was under the impression that's what God does. He fixes things. He fixes the problems in our lives. But what I've come to understand is that this pain is so much deeper than that God doesn't want to just fix it. He loves us way too much to let us fall back into the same pain again. See, there's something here, guys, that I want to talk about tonight about pain. It's called brokenness. There's something inside of all of us that's broken. And you may not be experiencing pain this morning, but I can assure you you've experienced pain in your life. And you know, when God is speaking to us in this time of pain, He's allowing that pain to happen because He's wanting us to show us something that we can't see. And, you know, as I think about my life and I think about the things that led me to drinking, the things that led me to doing drugs, the things that led me to these relationships, you know, these were just the symptoms of a problem inside of me that was broken. And what I began to see as God began to allow this pain to surface in me is that He was inviting me to show me that there was something about me that I had come to realize that wasn't going to change. You know, I really did a good job of masking that pain, you know, and everybody would have said, you know, that guy's got it. You know, he's got, you know, a job. He's got things in his life. But there was something inside of me that wasn't right. And I was seeking these things in my life to satisfy this problem. I was using those things like drugs and alcohol really just to pacify this underlying problem. So today, guys, I want to talk to you about a story in the Bible. And, you know, I heard this story when I was a kid. We all hear the Bible stories, especially in the Old Testament. Sometimes we sing songs about them, you know. But there's some stuff in here, guys, that has been blowing me away this week. I've read this passage now maybe 5 or 6 times. And I really want to kind of, you know, kind of set this thing up for you and kind of share with you a story in the Bible that I think God's speaking to me, and I hope He speaks to you guys today. You guys might have heard of Jacob. Jacob was the son of Isaac, and Isaac Isaac had 2 sons actually, Esau and Jacob. Esau was the older brother. Esau was the more masculine brother. He was the brother that, or the son that really got it done. He went out and hunted. He took care of the family. He provided. You know, Jacob was more of the weaker brother. He was the one who you know, pleased his mother. He stayed around the house. He didn't have some of the abilities that his brother did. You know, as he began to start his life out, I think Jacob probably lived with a lot of insecurity. I think he struggled with the person that he thought he was. A lot of the behaviors that he exhibited, you know, as he started his life really kind of reflected this. One in particular you guys are probably familiar with is when Esau came back from hunting, and Esau was tired, he was worn out, and there was Jacob with a bowl of stew, and his brother looked at him and he said, "I'm famished, I need that bowl of stew." And Jacob, knowing he was the weaker brother, you know, he took an opportunity there to kind of exhibit this behavior of kind of getting over on his brother, you know. So he tricked his brother. He told him that, "Look, I'll give you this stew, but you got to give me your birthright." And yeah, I couldn't imagine giving away my birthright. You know, if you guys understand what a birthright is, I mean, it's basically you get everything. Everything that your father has, you get. And then everybody that's in the family actually has to serve you. So in this moment, you know, Jacob took this opportunity to manipulate his brother.